Hello, my name is HAPruitt, and I am telling you about how the publishing process of Anelthalien went, to tell you about how amazing God is. So last time I told you that I talked with Elm Hill and I officially bought one of their packages, and so that was fantastic, and the whole publishing process started. And one of the first things they did was send me this little thing to fill out. You know, you gotta, who's your audience and the synopsis of your book and the genre and on and on and on and on. And it was just basic stuff, but I never published a book. So for me, it wasn't really basic stuff. It was kind of overwhelming because they were asking me to do all these things that I had no idea what they were right now. And so I got really, really overwhelmed. And I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I told Scott, you're going to have to help me. You're going to have to help me. I can't do this. It's too much. And so when he got home from work, we sat down and we looked at this thing together. And when I really looked over it, and he looked over it with me, I realized that God had already helped me do a lot of what was on it. Whenever I had been trying to figure out what to do on my own with Anelthalien before it all started getting published, I had made that, book proposal. That book proposal that you're supposed to send in, and that'll get you an agent, and that had failed. But that book proposal had caused me to spend a lot of time figuring out my synopsis, figuring out my one-sentence synopsis, and there's just a ton of things that you would never even think about. But that made me think about all those things, and I had them already in a document, already prepared, and when I really looked over it, it was just copy and pasting it from my book proposal to this thing Elm Hill wanted me to fill out. And it wasn't really overwhelming at all when I really sat down and thought about it. And that showed me that we get overwhelmed a lot by a lot of things that we don't have to get overwhelmed by. And God, He's already taken care of it. And that was a very clear picture of it, how I was so upset and I was like, I just can't handle this, God. And He's like, I already handled it for you way back then, whenever you were trying to do something on your own, but I made good out of it. So it taught a lot of lessons, that God makes good out of when we're just trying to do our own thing, how God prepares so far and ahead for us to do His will so far in the future. And it just showed, in summary, that God is taking care of it. He really, really is taking care of it. It may look overwhelming. It may look scary. It may look like there's no way you can do this. But God's already got it taken care of. So that's all I'll tell for now.